worked on really hard. So get ready to have an unforgettable time with us, okay? Are you guys ready?
So enthusiastic today. Your energy is amazing. But before I start the performance off, this is a time where I give you guys a little bit of bad news. Not our song bad news, but actual bad news. Actually, I'm having a little bit of back pain. Thank you guys so much for the understanding. But you know what? I'm gonna try my best to give you guys 100% today. So let's. All right, I think we're ready. Ready. Again. Let's start broken again. It's not working. It's always broken.
Oh, let's just pause. Any day one fan in here? Quite a lot. Thank you. Yeah.
What about pre-debut? Do we have
Oh, really?
What we want to say is that no matter when or how you guys fell in love with us, what matters is that once you're in love with Kiss of Life, there's no turning back, and we're gonna make sure. So, speaking of that, is it just me or is it getting a little sticky?
Alright.
So when we say ikawan kissing, you guys say ikawan kisawai.
Okay, should we switch the flag up for the pictures?
Yes.
We have to get it right. It's confusing. Look at us, we're like, really Alright. What pose should we do? The person who wrote the song is actually here today with us. Where?
You?
Are you joking? Is it
Wait,
real?
don't
Joking. We never met this person. Could you raise your hand if you wrote no one but us? Sheesh. Is it you? Is it you? Yes. Who was their hand up there? Thank you. Thank you so much for this song.
This is our favorite song. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Shout out. Okay. And also, plus on another side note, the person who wrote our song "Sticky" is actually from here.
Yeah. My name is Aisha.
So
You guys take care. She's my friend.
you guys are the best. Okay, let's go to the next. Oh, before our next song, we have to say our goodbyes. This has been.
Welcome back to Very New Vlog, but if you're new here, my name is Katja and this channel is my online diary about the thousands of lives that I want to live through music, travel, language studies, books, basically all things that I love in life. And y'all, I am still not over the Kiss of Life concert. It was amazing. I did not know exactly what to expect because the venue was very small, but because of that it felt very intimate, and the crowd, there was so much vibe going on. I met up with some people that I know from the K-pop Instagram world place thingy, and we had so much fun. And wow, I am amazed by the girls because they were just the four of them, so there was no band, there were no other dancers, and they rocked it. They killed the stage, and I liked just the general way of the set list. I liked the outfit changes. I liked how they made it a complete show, even though they had to do a very small setup. It was still very inviting. So more about the Kiss of Life concert later during the wrap-up part of this vlog as well. Since today is Lisa release day. Yes, Lisa from BlackPink. She released her album Alter Ego. I just turned it on and I believe I've went through every song. And the one that sticks out to me, like besides the songs that were already released earlier, like, wow, already like some of the songs were released a year ago, right? But the one that stands out to me is the one with Tyla. When I'm With You, and then actually all the songs after that on the album, Bad Girl, Lifestyle, I can't remember Chill, but I do remember Dream. There is something about Dream that utilizes Lisa, her voice, in a different way that it's hitting different. But again, more about that later. I will of course make one of my very famous essays. Anyway, we also need to talk about Sserafim. We'll do that in the next clip because they have been releasing things left and right, and they even announced a tour, the Easy Crazy Hot Tour. I mean, I talked about this in the last vlog. I was wondering how it would look like, because normally, normally, I mean, like the last time around when they finished a musical chapter, they put out 2 mini albums and then a studio album. But this time around, there are gonna be 3 mini albums. And I was like, wait, I was fully expecting a studio album and then a tour. But this makes so much sense, honestly, that to call a tour the Easy Crazy Hot Tour, it feels so them. And I cannot wait till they hopefully release European dates. I mean, they already said like Asia and North American dates were gonna release and more. So fingers crossed we're gonna be part of the and more. I want to see them live. I want to see my favorite girls live. And yeah. I mean, talking about that, I'm not gonna see BlackPink. They're also a group that I admire a lot, but I don't admire them that much that I am like fine with paying 800 euros to get a ticket. Tries to get to London to see them in London because I was wondering if there is gonna be an Amsterdam date. I mean, I have a feeling there might be, but then this morning they released, or well, my morning, they released a second date for certain tours. So like London got a second night, I believe France got a second night, and a couple of other cities. But that makes me wondering if there is going to be an Amsterdam tour date. But then I saw the ticket prices and I was like, no, this is just too expensive. The ticket prices that I paid for Stray Kids was completely worth it, but they were also half the price for BlackPink when it comes down to VIP, and then it's a VIP full-fledged with like sound check. There are a lot of benefits to see them live, but with BlackPink you just don't know. And I am also really worried because there is no comeback as of right now announced. And there probably is gonna be one because it makes so much sense now that all the last solos of the girls are so smashed together. Jisoo, Lisa now, and then after this it will be Jennie, and then they have enough. I mean, I don't personally think it's enough time for them to release a comeback as a group. It's just I have really big problems with YG because the girls on their own, their solos and how they take the stage and what they do besides that, it's amazing. And yes, I like them as a group. I just don't like YG behind them because these ticket prices, they are the due of YG, and I'm flipping annoyed because I'm gonna see Stray Kids in a very big venue in Amsterdam and I pay half the price with more benefits than I would if I would get a ticket to see BlackPink. And it just really annoys me. But alas, here we are. I didn't got BlackPink tickets. I'm like, it feels sour. Like, I really want to see them, but not in this way. It feels like I'm getting ripped off, and I hate to say that because I do genuinely like the girls, but honestly the blow got softened because Sserafim announced their tour, and I know that those ticket prices will be maybe like the same prices as TXT or maybe even lower because Le Sserafim hasn't been around for that long. So I just fingers crossed for that because this doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Even though I like the members of BlackPink, don't get me wrong, but this just feels like YG ripping us off as fans. Anyway, sorry, that was a very long rant about tourist groups, whatnot, but nevertheless, even though, yeah, I'm annoyed about yesterday and trying to get tickets for BlackPink, I'm moving forward, and there are so many more fun things that I want to talk about during this vlog. First up, Le Sserafim and their comeback. I am so excited when I saw all the pictures and the videos that they made for each version. It looks grand. I know it's just a mini album, but the way how Le Sserafim presents their music and their team, it's incredible. It feels so next level, and I just love how they always embody a certain concept and just go for it fully, non-stop. I also bought yesterday Volume 1, of course. If you are new here, I always buy Volume 1s of Le Sserafim because those are mostly more the tough concept. There are more the... how do I say it? Well, most of the time, that's also the concept that is being used to present the album, like online, like they use those images. And I also got the tin version just because I really like when Le Sserafim announces those special editions. I like how the team explores different ways to bring the concepts to life. So of course I had to get that as well. Guys, we need a reorganizing moment for this Saturday. I mean, I have no other plans to go out or whatsoever, so this is an early start on my wild Saturday nights, I guess. Anyway, I've been traveling so much over the last few months, and it was basically non-stop because every time when I came back home, it was just for a hot minute and then I had to leave again. But stuff has been everywhere. And I mean, I'm just showing this little corner just because the rest of the room isn't looking pretty, right? Okay, and this is looking somewhat pretty, just stuff everywhere like books, CDs, whatnot. So we need to clean this up, get it all reorganized and get it ready because next week some other CDs will be coming in here as well, like Amortage and later also Jenny and Lisa, and oh, I really need to put Rose up there. And Le Sserafim is also having a comeback, so yeah, we need the shelves to be ready for all these comebacks, okay? So let's work some magic. Things that I want to have a special notice to are my jelly cats, like Bear, look how cute, and also this one from the pop-up, the fish and chips one at Selfridges. I don't know how I'm gonna showcase this. I also have the Kiss of Life light stick, but I think I will put it away for now, and then during their next comeback I will put it out again on the shelf together with a pretty standard that I found somewhere on Etsy. I think that would be really nice, right? when you're just done with cleaning and rearranging your music shelves, and then boom, the Sserafim drops their 5th mini album track list. First up, we have the intro song with Born Fire, then the title song, Hot, of course. Next up, Come Over, Ash, and So Cynical, Badoom. I'm really curious, is this gonna be such a very concept slash, what's the word I'm looking for? A very cohesive album, or are we gonna hear more experimental sounds, or are they like, no, we're gonna get ready for summer? I mean, it does feel very summery, and it makes sense since they will start touring in summer. Welcome to the wrap-up part of this video. Y'all, I had hoped that by the time that I was filming the wrap-up part that I had an essay of Alter Ego by Lisa. But unfortunately, I simply did not have the time to make a full-fledged essay. So I will do just a short reaction, and I'm so sorry. I will try my very best to make an essay on my blog, and if I do, I will link it down below. But as of right now, it was simply not possible. Because, well, it's not just because of the travel of the past, it's now more due to travels in the future. I will be on a business trip very soon. And I'm also filming other videos at the same time. And I just don't want to clock up my workload, even though, yes, I really want to make this essay, but it's simply not possible as of right now. So here we are. And yeah, you know what? Let's just first dive into Alter Ego, very short, and then we need to move on to something else, because I need to talk a little bit more about my Kiss of Life tour experience. Okay, here we go, Alter Ego. So one thing that I thought was really good was the production, because it sounds very Lisa. However, you know what, if you have listened to the full album from top to bottom, then you know probably what I'm gonna say next, and that is that I am missing storytelling in the album itself from top to bottom. I mean, there is the story of the alter egos, the 5, and of Lisa, that represent parts of Lisa, which I adore. However, I wished that that was more fully fleshed, because this is currently more like a concept album, which is cool because a lot of K-pop idols do that. But in this time around, I don't think it worked really well, because the alter egos, the 5, they were represented very late, even though when she first started to bring out the first singles like Rockstar and New Woman last year, I thought that I already saw the alter egos, so it really made sense that she was gonna call her alter ego. I think it's very fitting. However, the concept itself, when they were announcing the 5 characters, I wished it was done a little bit differently. But then again, there's this one thing that's really bothering me, and that has nothing to do with Lisa, but probably with her team. When I saw the full album dropping, it's like, why are there 15 songs? Well, technically 13, because 2 of them are solos, or well, the solo versions of the songs on the album. But then there is still 1 song too many on the album, because on the physical album there are only 11 songs, and that has all to do with Born Again, the featuring Doja Cat and Rye. Wait, why haven't I never heard her name pronounced? I'm so sorry if I pronounced it wrong. I've only read it, I've never heard how her name is pronounced. Anyway, but apparently Born Again, I mean, these are just rumors. As of right now, when I'm filming this, it's not officially announced. But there are rumors that Born Again was never supposed to be already released, but some things of the set got leaked. And I feel so incredibly bad because Lisa, well, I just feel super bad for her because I have the feeling that her team or people of her team, and I'm not just talking the one of her own label, but also the labels she's working together in the United States, they were not there for her because her full album got leaked, and it also happened to another artist from the same label. And I just feel so incredibly bad because Born Again was apparently never supposed to be on this, well, how do you say it, like this digital album, because that's also the reason why it's not on the physical one. And it makes so much sense because to me, I believe that Rockstar should always have been the first song on this album, even though now, because they had no other choice and it was already released, I kind of get that Born Again was the first one. But I wish, because it is about the alter egos, that it was Rockstar. Because it sounds like such a bridge between her BlackPink era towards her solo era and her first studio album. But then it all got messed up and I feel so incredibly bad. And also I think, you know what, I have too many thoughts about this album. So it's actually quite surprising that I didn't have the time to write an essay, but truly I did not have the time, because if I had the time I would have done it, but it was simply impossible with my current schedule. But maybe that's actually why I haven't written the essay, because I have too many thoughts as well. Besides that, I didn't have the time, but like, it was, I feel just so freaking bad for Lisa, how things were happening around her and that she wasn't protected in a certain way and that this American label failed her. Like, okay, maybe a leak from Born Again, well, that can happen. I mean, there are 2 features, not that one of the features did it, but more like you have a lot of people on set because of the 2 features. So that something sneaks out of the set, that can happen. I can totally see that happen. But then her full album got leaked, and it was not even the first time this year it happened to that label. Yeah, I have problems with that. And I feel super bad, and I also think that I personally get the feeling as a listener and as a fan of Lisa that both labels weren't working very well together, because I don't think the alter egos were explored enough, not even in the production. And it doesn't have to do with the music itself, but more how you make a cohesive album. And I'm truly missing that in the songs, because I really hate when I have a lot of negative comments. But the thing is, this album sounds like part album and part like a very bright features, very bright singles, rather than a cohesive album. And I'm also kind of, well, I was surprised that Moonlit Floor made it somewhere in the middle of this album. I don't think I would necessarily have put it there, but then it does make sense with one of her alter egos that it's on here. But because it wasn't fully fleshed out how they were gonna represent the alter egos, it was quite late when they did so. I don't know. I'm really missing some sort of build up. There is some build up at the start, and then the middle it gets a little bit messy, and then there is some kind of order again at the end of the album, and that's when I think When I'm With You, I think it starts around there, or maybe with Bad Girl, that could also be possible, and then all the way up to Dream. I really like Dream. I saw online that a lot of people actually really like Dream. I think it explores Lisa, her voice, very well. But then again, I do think that Chill and Lifestyle are very, very Lisa. So I really like that as well. Yeah, so one of the things that I thought when I first listened to this album, wow, actually, you know what, guys, I've been talking about this album perfectly fine, so maybe this is just actually quite a good small essay. But when I listened to this album, I was, again, very surprised that Rockstar wasn't the first song. I would have totally done that, and I would have let Born Again be a single, because I think that would have been a single. I think it was always supposed to be just a single. Even though it does fit with the Alter Ego era, I don't think to make this very cohesive album and have a storyline from top to bottom, I don't think it was, well, that it didn't belong in here. Again, I like this song a lot. But I would have started with Rockstar, just as the bridge, like I said before. And I would not have put Elastigirl and Thunder together. Honestly, I would have dropped Elastigirl. I did saw that there's actually quite a lot of meaning behind Elastigirl. But yeah, that's for my written essay on my blog one day in the future. But yeah, Rockstar started off with. Then I would have gone to New Woman. Then to Thunder. And then, well, F Up the World. And I would not have done the feature actually. I would have done just it as a solo, just because she also just dropped a music video without the feature. So why put a feature on the album? Well, you're not gonna make a music video that's get dropped on the same day as the album. I would not have done that, personally. I do really like Rapunzel with Megan Thee Stallion, but yeah, I'm a fan of her, so that makes sense. But would I have put it up there? Yeah, I actually would have. I think it's actually quite fun after F Up the World, but then without the feature. Then it would have sounded more cohesive. Yeah, then you do need to have a solo song again before you do another feature. I really like When I'm With You with Tyla. But I don't know. I have the feeling that Moonlit Floor was supposed to be just a single. Yeah, like I said before again, it does make sense due to the alter egos, but I don't know, y'all. It doesn't really fit with the sound, the overall sound. Yeah, I would have left it out as single as well. I would have done the alter ego. I like the title, but I would not have, how to say, yeah, I would have represented it differently. Very differently. And then everything after that, I think it's in the right order, to be honest. Yeah, the second half, well, the 1/3, a little bit more than just 1/3, is in a good order, and I really like Dream. I really like it. Also because it shows the most vulnerability. It's very close to Lisa, you can tell. And I also kind of like how everyone started to dig into what happened in 2019 with Jenny, with Rose. The only one who hasn't mentioned 2019 is Jisoo so far. So, but hey, who knows? She has been working on her next album already, so. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I really like the last few songs are the strongest actually of Lisa. Well, are they the strongest? I think Rockstar and New Woman are featuring Rosalia are amazing as well. I've just heard them already a lot, so that's the reason why I haven't talked about that a lot. But yeah, I think that would have been a better album. And then I would have represented the alter egos a little bit differently, just to make it so much stronger and so much more cohesive is not just the right word. It is a word to describe it, but yeah, it would just have been more, you know. it would have just made more sense, and I think it would have made the album a little bit more cleaner, and less messy in a way. But then again, because of everything that has happened before this album even dropped, I'm really worried of the people who are surrounding her. I I feel just really bad about that. Yeah, that was my short essay. Okay, let's get into Kiss of Life. This is the merch I got: the photo book, the European edition, and I got myself some trading cards. And there is something that I want to talk about before I will go into the show itself, but actually it also kind of has to do with the show. So because the girls are from a very small company, so whatever music related thing you will ever visit in the future, please know, and in case you do have the money, please buy merch from your favorite artists, especially if they are from a small company, and more to focus on small companies, because these small companies, they actually only start making money when they sell merch. And it also has to do with your local bands, or when you go to a festival and you see smaller artists, please support them by buying merch, because that way they make it possible to stay on tour, to make a new album. And even though Kiss of Life is breaking through, it's still for them very important to sell merch, so they have the extra money and the extra resources that comes with it to be able to make more music, better music, have more opportunities whatsoever. So that's why I made it my mission after the concert to get some goodies. So I got this photo book. It is the one that was for sale before even the tour happened. And I believe it is the same for every tour stop in different continents. The only difference is literally it says Europe. And that's also the reason why I really wanted the photo book, even though the photos itself, they are quite, I don't want to say bland, because I really like the photos. Those are good photo shoots. But they are very basic in a way. It's not extravagant. Extravagant. Me struggling with words, part 1000. Anyway, I really wanted to have it, just also because of course Set Europe, and I really want to support the girls. And this was only one of the few merch pieces that Set Europe, so that's why I really wanted to get it. And also during this tour stop, they weren't that expensive, so I was like, okay, you're coming home with me. And then next up, the trading cards. I've been told that there are 4 cards in here, 2 holo, 1 not holo, and then 1 unit card, and the other 3 are solos. So let's just open it up, shall we? Ooh. Who did I got? I just hope that I have everyone. Oh yeah, so that's also the thing. It's random. So it's not like they put in all the girls. No, it could also be that I have 4 Natty, for example. Okay, let's get it. Kissy, are you ready to have fun with us? Julie! And that's a holo. Love that. Oh, I actually don't have a lot of bells, so I hope that I have a few bell in here. And now I spoke it into existence, and then I don't. And the next one is a Julie again. Really cute though. Oh, Hanoi. How cute. And then the next up, it should be a unit card. Who did I got? You get to see first. And Natty and no! it happened again. And I don't have a bell card. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna trade this, Julie. Yes, I'm gonna do that. That sounds perfect. I'm so sorry, Julie, but I have to. Okay, so there was one holo card, two normal cards, one unit card. That was it. How is it possible? I again didn't pull bell. I feel so bad. Well, I know a few people who are currently trading, so I will just do that. Anyway, what do I wanted to say? Well, I can't even speak anymore. So the tour itself, it was incredible. I really liked my evening. It was super cool. I loved the songs that were played. The only thing that I was like, oh, I was surprised by this, but then again, because they are very, well, it's a small production and they are from a small label and everything. I was surprised because there is like a good 10-15 minutes that nothing is happening on stage just because they have to, yeah, well, get a wardrobe change. I was surprised that they didn't do their solos actually during that time. Someone who I met up there at the concert venue, she mentioned, she was like, oh, I am really surprised they didn't do the solo songs. And I was like, solo songs? And I was like, oh yeah, they have solo songs. So that would have been a better fit to put it in there. But yeah, again, because they are a small production, there isn't even a live band. Again, buy merch, please do so, from small companies, from small artists, small bands, you know, smaller productions. Please do, because it makes it possible for them in the future to have a band and stuff like that. So I was kind of surprised by that, but other than that, I absolutely loved it. It was my very first K-pop concert ever, and it was so freaking good. Just the way how they knew when to play which songs, it was very cohesive. I absolutely loved the last half hour. I didn't expect it to be, because I really liked all the songs that were around Sticky. And there are, oh gosh. Oh no, now I have a brain moments. Like, I can't brain anymore. I can't process anymore. But the most danceable songs are more, well, actually all their songs are danceable. What am I even saying? You know what? There weren't any bad moments. It was literally only the minutes that they had to, yeah, well, wear a different outfit and stuff like that. That was the only moment. But I really liked how everything was sectioned off very well. Like the first 1/3 of the concert in the black leather outfits was really good. Those were more the heavier songs. Then the next up, the second third part of the the concert was more the danceable songs, and then the last 1/3 of the night was songs with a different meaning, more nostalgia, more a good goodbye. It was like a warm hug. I really liked how it represented the different sides of Kiss of Life. And I wish concerts were a little bit different, like how they were back in the day, that dancing was more normal. But in it itself, the concert from A to Z, from beginning to end, it was a lot of fun. Except, well, those 10 to 15 minutes that I was like, oh, maybe they could have used it a little bit different. But then again, I actually had a nice chat with some people that I met up with. So, and also after the concert, waiting for merch, I just had a blast. It was so much fun to just chill with everyone. And yeah, it was an amazing night. Anyway, that was all for this very vlog. First up, it wasn't a lot of talking, and then there was a lot of talking. But I hope that you liked it. I cannot wait for everything that Kiss of Life has in store. I'm also wondering what is gonna be next for BlackPink, but more so as of right now, I'm just super hyped for Kids of Life and their tour, and I hope that they get to grow a lot. Not just as artists, but also the production surrounding them that lets them truly shine. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and to see you next time. Have a nice and amazing day. Okay,